Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. This evening we're going to read a small devotion that I've got here. And we're going to talk about hope today. And we're going to be reading in Psalms 25, chapter 25, verse 3, and Romans chapter 15, verse 13. And so we're going to read those and break down what I think those verses mean and how I apply them. How to apply it. So in Psalms 25 verse 3, no one who trusts in you will ever be disgraced, but disgrace comes to those who try to deceive others. And so what I've got from this is that this verse is saying those who trust in the Lord to help them will be blessed. If you lash out at your enemy instead of praying to God to show you how to love your enemy, then you will be disgraced. For Jesus says to love your enemies as I have loved you. So that speaks volume. That verse is saying that if you do not trust God to help you with your worries, your stresses, and with what you're angry with, and you try to fix it yourself, it's not going to work out for you. You're going to be disgraced. And also, if you lash out at your enemies instead of coming to God to show you how to love them and how to solve the issue that you have with that person or that situation that you're in, it can be very hard to humble yourself when you're going through a situation where you try to handle it on your own, but it never works out, and so you just get angrier. The thing is to accept that we're not God and that we need to humble ourselves. And just come to Jesus as you are. That's one of the main things that I've learned this past couple of weeks, is that to come as you are, that means try not to cover up something that you've done that you know was wrong. Just come to Jesus and say what you truly feel in your heart. Sometimes prayer is not words. Sometimes it's just silence, because God can understand our thoughts. When we have no words, God can look into our heart. He knows what we are truly concerned with. So today we're going to look at Romans 15:13. It says, I pray that God, the source of hope, will fill you completely with joy and peace because you trust in Him. Then you will overflow with confident hope through the power of the Holy Spirit. And so what I've put down is, I look at this and say, God, you are greater than my worries, above my enemies. Have your way in me. Reveal to me your plan. And so when it says, I pray that God, the source of hope, will fill you completely with joy and peace because you trust in Him, is when you trust fully in God, there's no worries. At times there may be, but if you fully trust in the Lord, it's challenging at times, but if you lean on Him, put your worries on Him, on His shoulders, He will get you through it. It may not be how you visioned it would be, how you planned it would be, but God knows best. He knows better than us. His ways are beyond our ways. So if you trust in Him completely, He will fill you up with joy and peace. And then from there, you will overflow with confident hope through the power of the Holy Spirit. In other words, you will have no worries, especially like this kind of relates to sharing the gospel. You fall in love with who God is, what He's done for you on the cross, that you have to share it with someone. You have to share the gospel. You have that, you're anxious to share the gospel. You have that, you hunger. You have the nerve to share the gospel, no matter how people would judge you. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. You don't want to force sharing the gospel. You want to do it in a way that's respectful to the unbeliever. So one of the prayers I have for this is to ask God to help me with my worries and to help me to love my enemies. And so that's kind of what I've basically been diving into this week, is to be able to love my enemies and to cast my cares and worries to God. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all next time.